I handed my husband a $3,200 invoice this morning. If it isn't paid by Friday, I'm contacting a divorce lawyer. I'm a 28-year-old woman. I work from home as a freelance digital animator. My husband, Mark, is 32. He has a son, Leo, from a previous marriage. Leo's 9 years old. He stays with us every other week. The issue, Mark parents out of extreme guilt. Leo has zero rules. If Leo wants ice cream for breakfast, he gets it. If he wants to scream for an hour, Mark says he's expressing big feelings. My home office is my sanctuary. It houses my livelihood. I have a custom PC tower and a high-end drawing tablet. After Leo smeared peanut butter on my keyboard last month, I installed a keypad lock on the door. Mark was furious. He argued, "You're making a child feel excluded in his own home." He said it's psychological damage. Yesterday, I had to run to the pharmacy. I was gone for maybe 45 minutes. When I came back, I heard sobbing. I walked upstairs. My office door was off its hinges. Mark had used a screwdriver to take the door down. Why? Leo was having a meltdown. He wanted to see the cool lights in my room. Mark thought letting him in would calm him down. It didn't. Inside, my $2,500 drawing tablet was on the floor. The screen was shattered. A full can of Dr. Pepper had been knocked over, directly into the top vents of my PC tower. Mark looked at me pale. He said, "He didn't mean to, he tripped. It's just stuff, babe. Look how scared he is. Don't yell." I didn't yell. I calmly packed a bag. I photographed the damage. I left for a hotel. I sent Mark an itemized invoice for the equipment and the door repair, totaling $3,200. I told him he pays it from his personal savings, not our joint account, or I'm done. He's blowing up my phone. He says I'm a heartless materialist for putting a price tag on an accident. He says I'm prioritizing computer parts over his son's emotional well-being. Am I the a-hole? Did I overreact, or is my husband completely out of line? Let me know what you think. My husband secretly drained our entire house fund, but that's not even the worst part. I'm a 28-year-old woman. I'm writing this from my car. I just can't look at my 32-year-old husband right now. We've been married for 3 years. We were aggressively saving for a house. It's a brutal market. We had $38,000 in a joint high-yield savings account, or so I thought. Yesterday, our offer on a dream bungalow was finally accepted. I went to transfer the deposit. The account showed a balance of $4,200. My stomach dropped. I thought we were hacked. I called the bank immediately. They told me the withdrawals were made manually by my husband. It was over the last 8 months. He took out $3,000 and $5,000 at a time. I tore his home office apart looking for answers. Hidden, taped under the bottom drawer of his desk, I found a thick manila envelope. Inside wasn't a receipt for gambling or drugs. It was a birth certificate for his younger sister, Maya. She's 16 years old. But under father, it didn't list his dad's name. It listed my husband S. Wait for it. When he got home, I threw the paper at him. He broke down sobbing on the kitchen floor. He admitted that he got a girl pregnant when he was 16. His ultra-religious parents covered it up. They adopted the baby and raised Maya as his sister. It was to avoid a scandal in our small town. Everyone thinks they are siblings. Here is the kicker. Maya found out the truth last year. Instead of wanting a relationship, she started threatening to expose him. She would tell his current boss. He works for a very conservative Christian nonprofit. The missing $34,000, he bought her a used Audi, and he's been paying her allowance to keep her quiet. He begged me not to leave. He said, "She's my blood. I had to stop her from ruining my career." He says if I tell anyone, it destroys his parents' lives too. I'm furious he stole our future to pay hush money to a teenager. She's technically his daughter and his sister. He wants me to forgive him, stay, and help him manage her demands moving forward. I feel like my entire marriage is a lie, but destroying his family feels nuclear. Am I wrong for wanting to blow this whole secret wide open and leave? Did I overreact? What would you do? Let me know in the comments. My sugar daddy from college just became my boss's biggest client, and then he cornered me in the elevator. I stopped breathing. The moment the new client walked into the conference room, I'm a 26-year-old woman. I'm a junior associate at a prestigious PR firm in Chicago. I've worked my butt off to get here, but the man shaking my boss's hand, He isn't just Mr. Henderson. To me, he's Greg. The man who paid my rent for 2 years, back when I was a broke undergrad. We met on an arrangement site. It was strictly transactional, but intense. He paid me a $3,500 monthly allowance. He bought me a closet full of designer heels, and he paid for my trips to Cabo. We had rules, no real names, cash only, and we never acknowledged each other in public. I ended it the day I graduated. I scrubbed my digital footprint. I reinvented myself. I thought that part of my life was buried. Today, he sat directly across from me. I was presenting the Q3 crisis management strategy. My hands were shaking so bad, I had to put the laser pointer down. He stared at me the entire 20 minutes, not a professional stare. It was a look of hungry recognition. I felt completely naked in my tailored suit, but that's not even the worst part. My boss, oblivious, tapped my shoulder. He said, "Sarah, why don't you walk Mr. Henderson to the elevators? You two seem to have similar energy." My heart hammered against my ribs. As soon as the heavy glass doors closed, enclosing us in the elevator, the silence was deafening. I stared at the floor numbers changing, praying for speed. Then he spoke. His voice was low and gravelly. He said, "You've come a long way from that drafty studio apartment on 4th Street, haven't you?" I froze. He grinned. That same arrogant smirk I used to wake up to. He leaned in close. I could smell his expensive cologne. A scent that used to trigger a payday dopamine hit, but now just made me nauseous. He whispered, emphasizing my real name. "I'm looking forward to working closely with you on this account, Sarah. Don't worry, your secret is safe. As long as you make me happy with the results, I know how good you are at pleasing difficult men." Then he walked out, leaving me hyperventilating in the lobby. Now I'm spiraling. Is this blackmail? Is he hitting on me? If I go to HR, I have to admit to my past sex work and potentially ruin my reputation in a conservative industry. If I stay, I'm at his mercy. My fiancé thinks I just had a stressful day. He's cooking dinner right now. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Do I quit my dream job to run from my past, or do I play his game? What would you do in this situation? Let me know in the comments. My husband said I'm heartless because I won't pay off his mom's $85,000 gambling debt. But that's not even the worst part. I'm a 28-year-old woman. I'm actually shaking while I'm typing this. I don't even feel welcome in my own apartment anymore. My dad passed away 4 months ago from a sudden heart attack. He was a warehouse worker. He saved every single penny. He left me a life insurance payout of $200,000 with a note. It said, "For your forever home, don't let anyone guilt you out of this." My husband, Mark, is 32. He's always been terrible with money. We keep our finances separate. His mother, Linda, who is 62, is even worse. She's the fun mom. She always has a new business scheme or a trip to Vegas planned. She has zero savings. Last night, Mark cooked a fancy dinner. That's a huge red flag. Over wine, he dropped a bomb. Linda is $85,000 in debt to some predatory lenders. It's from a secret online poker addiction. The bank is starting foreclosure on her house next Tuesday. She has nowhere to go. Mark grabbed my hand, tears in his eyes. He said, "Babe, you have that money sitting in the high-yield account. We can save her. It's family. It's what your dad would have wanted." I felt cold. I pulled my hand away. I said, "My dad despised gambling. He worked 60-hour weeks in a warehouse, lifting boxes to save that money for my future, not to bail out Linda's bad habits." Mark's face turned beet red. He slammed the table. The plates rattled. He shouted, "It's just paper. She's going to be homeless. Are you really that heartless?" He then proposed a loan arrangement where Linda pays me back $200 a month. I laughed. It was a nervous reaction. I did the math out loud. "Mark, that would take her 35 years to pay back. She's 62. That money is gone if I give it to her." I told him absolutely not. That money is for a house, just like my dad asked. Mark stormed out. He's currently staying at Linda's. Since then, my phone has blown up. His sisters are blasting me on Facebook, tagging me in posts about greed. They're calling me a gold digger. Ironic, since I'm the one with the job. Mark sent me a text an hour ago. It said, "If you sign a contract for a house, while my mother is packing boxes to live on the street, don't bother coming back." I have a viewing for a dream cottage tomorrow at 10 a.m. I still plan on going. Am I the a-hole? Did I overreact, or is my husband completely out of line? Let me know what you think.